How's it going, everyone? Shifty here, and I'm back with another Destiny 2 video. Today I continue my PvP exotic reviews. Currently I'm working through the scout rifles, and I just recently covered both the Polaris Lance and the Symmetry. Prior to scout rifles, I released reviews for the exotic pulse rifles and the exotic auto rifles. I'll leave a link in the description to a playlist containing all of my reviews. Today I'm going to be covering the Jade Rabbit, and to be quite honest, this weapon is essentially just a kinetic version of the Polaris Lance. Although given the different perks and stats, this weapon still feels a bit different. But again, it is going to have the same shortcomings that all scouts have in PvP. Before I get into my review, if you enjoyed the video or find it useful, make sure to like and subscribe. I'd love for you to join my channel. Alright, I've got to be entirely honest, I actually enjoy the Jade Rabbit quite a bit. It's actually my fourth most used kinetic weapon in PvP for all of Destiny 2. I've got over 2,400 kills in the Crucible using it. The key is to use it on maps with long lanes that you can control. One such map was Equinox when it was still prevalent. It's currently still a solid choice on maps like Vostok, and it is not made to be used on small to medium maps, which Destiny has a ton of. Let's go over the perks on the Jade Rabbit real quick. First, it's got polygonal rifling, which increases stability. Next is armor piercing rounds, so bullets overpenetrate targets, and it gains a bit of range. Then it has Zen Moment, which increases your stability as you cause damage. Finally, the exotic perk is Fate of All Fools, which makes it so that when you chain body shots, you get bonus damage on your next precision shot, and it returns ammo to the magazine. And the catalyst gives it a pretty substantial boost to stability. As you may have guessed, aside from the stat boosts, the perks themselves aren't going to be terribly useful in PvP, but that doesn't make this gun a bad option. The Fate of All Fools perk wasn't actually working correctly up until recently, and I'm still not entirely sure what kind of damage boost you can get. It's likely not worth trying to chain body shots since the body shot time to kill is awful, as you'll see in a moment. If you stick around for the highlights, you'll notice a lot of the gameplay is on Vostok because much like the Polaris Lance, I wasn't going to force myself to use this weapon on maps where it was obviously not going to be viable. With that said, let's take a look at the numbers for this weapon. Since it's basically a kinetic Polaris Lance, the damage profile is the same at 68 per crit and 39 to the body. Obviously, crit damage can be higher with the exotic perk, but I would not rely on that perk at all, just pretend it doesn't exist. Given it has the same damage profile as Polaris, it also has the same optimal time to kill of 0.8 seconds with 3 crits, and the same awful body shot time to kill of 2 seconds with 6 body shots. As you can see, the weapon is not very forgiving with the body shots. The optimal time to kill doesn't include any body shots like a lot of weapons do. And this makes it so one body shot will increase your time to kill to 1.2 seconds, which is already dangerous territory. As for the stats on the Jade Rabbit, as expected, it's got great range, and with the catalyst it has really high stability, and with an aim assist stat of 80, the bullets will feel quite sticky. However, it has awful handling at just 29, and a very small mag size of 10. Let's talk about what I like about this weapon. It honestly is excellent on long range maps, which I said about Polaris Lance too. They serve nearly identical functions. The Jade Rabbit isn't quite as good at engaging multiple enemies as Polaris due to its small mag size and not being able to auto regen ammo, but its much higher aim assist makes it feel more consistent even at longer ranges. Given that the reload stat isn't awful, it's not so bad to duck into cover and reload and then re-engage if you do find yourself against multiple enemies. Again, the counter sniping potential with this is really great, and as I mentioned in my Polaris video, I don't really enjoy sniping all that much, so being able to get a 0.8 second time to kill across the map is a nice compromise for someone like me. If you're not a fan of sniping yourself, but struggle on long range maps, give the Jade Rabbit a try. Some things I didn't like include the lack of forgiveness. One body shot drives the time to kill up by 50%, and 2 body shots double the optimal time to kill. This weapon just can't compete in those mid to close ranges because of the unforgiving time to kill difference and the terrible handling. Anyway, if you are looking for a weapon to use on long range maps as an alternative to snipers, or you just don't like sniping, then this or the Polaris Lance are really great options. Getting 3-tap kills down long lanes of Vostok or by the control heavy spawn on Midtown is so satisfying. Also, it's quite enjoyable to get the crispy 3-taps on snipers hardscoping in the distance. It gets even better when you take out 2 or 3 of them. Additionally, combining this with a good subclass like Spectral Blades for the wall hacks is a solid option. Anyway, that's it for my Jade Rabbit PvP review. In my Polaris Lance video, I went into more detail on why scouts suffer, but there is a reason I have over 2400 PvP kills with this weapon, and why it's my 4th most used kinetic ever. In my honest opinion, it is good. You just gotta use it on maps where it makes sense, and don't force it when there aren't a number of good lanes to use it in. If you want to, stick around for highlights from my time using Jade Rabbit recently, and if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Lost the lead. Double down. Yes. 3 down. Now you're fighting with heart, Guardian. 2 for 1. Zone A captured. You have zone advantage. They have the lead. But the match is out a Vex's heart with my teeth. That shut them down. Double down. Fire team that fights together stays together. Your zone. You're scaring them! Zone A captured. 2 for 1. Triple down. Strength in numbers, Guardian. Excellent. 3